We're all dealing with feeling. We're all coping with feeling. Looking inside your heart is the place that you should start. Then you can heal. Then you can be real. So open up your heart. It's time to start. Dealing with feeling. Coping with feeling. Open up your heart. It's time to start.
Welcome to Dealing with Feelings and Feelings Friday with Karen Porter and Dr. Jim Porter. And today we're going to talk about excited!
Excited.
Yay!
I'm pumped up.
Excited,
Get pumped up.
excited. Woo, woo, woo.
Get into
Okay. Okay, well, when do you feel excited?
I feel excited when I know I'm heading home from work. I sometimes get excited going to work. I love my work, but I love it every day. Gee whiz. I think I'm a very excitable person. I mean, well, there's two kinds of excited, right? There's anticipatory fun excitement. Those are the ones I'm trying to think of. But the ones where I'm just too excited, yeah, that's me when I get my head into some topic I really want to talk about, and all of a sudden, you could call it passion, but passion's a nice word for it. I just kind of
It's
talk
kind of
about
like
it.
the 3 cup of coffee excited.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
overexcitement for grown-ups.
yeah, yeah.
But like for children, I've noticed sometimes kids like, you have the cake, you have the ice cream, you have the presents, you have the games, and you're like, blah! And they start to like do crazy things like roll on the floor or scream or things that might be inappropriate.
I have an example of a sort of like a unpleasant excitement, because I think you're talking about the child's not in a good mood excitement. They're not in a passionate mood excitement. They're in an agitated, unpleasant mood. Yeah. So the other day, I mean, I'm not going to name any names, but when I was on the way to that medical appointment for someone we both know, I was freaking out, getting more and more freaking out as Google took me to the wrong medical center, and then the wrong location of the medical center, and then parking didn't work where it took me, and I didn't know, and I thought I went too far east, so I kept going back west and all that. And finally we talked and all that, but I was really hyped up on adrenaline there.
Yeah. And I think excitement is like overwhelm is like negative excitement and giving up, but excitement can be negative and positive. And I think,
Your most of your face is below the camera.
oh, is that better?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it can be negative and positive. And I think kids, little ones, sometimes don't really read the room very well and don't respond to like normal things, like maybe they have too much sugar at a party and they eat the whole bowl of M&Ms. They're set out there for everyone and you're just supposed to take a few and they're like, "Oh, M&Ms." And they blah, 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 they eat the whole thing. Or that's kind of overexcited.
Sure, yeah. And what's the context in your book on excitement?
Well, that's what I was thinking about the book. I'm trying to figure out what the conflict could be. Because I think that the thing that we need to teach children when we're dealing with excitement is that it's good to share excitement. And it's great to tell people that you feel excited. And it's also important to learn how to kind of read the room and respond and express your excitement in acceptable ways.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so in this story, let me just show you what
Yeah.
I feel excited when I go to a party.
All right.
And here's somebody, they got an invitation to a party, and they're thinking, oh, look, everybody can go to the party. And Deb said, I want to go. And Cal said, I want to win a game. Deb said, I'm excited about the party. Deb and Ed said, we are too. Ada said, I feel so excited when I go to a party. Cal said, I feel excited when I go to a party too. Look at how excited we are. Ada said, we can play games. Cal said, I like to play games. Deb said, we can play games with chairs. I like to play games too, Deb said. I feel excited when we play games, Deb said. Deb said, I feel excited when we have cake. Deb said, I feel excited when we give gifts. Deb said, we will be so excited. So this is just some
That's
images.
a lot of exciting, yeah, like excitement. And you're going to decide you're going to actually illustrate your book.
Yes, I'll illustrate, but
Decide
what could go
statement.
wrong in this scenario? I mean, have you ever seen a kid have a meltdown at a birthday party?
Yeah, I'm sure. I've seen that. I don't remember any specifically. Kind of a run-of-the-mill thing. And
Yeah.
we don't have toddlers anymore, which is nice.
Or maybe
Well-
when they don't get a big enough slice of cake, or they don't get the flour on the cake, or
And just from a long day is a big one. We have we're biochemical, things, and we run out of chemicals. We get too much of an influx of chemicals. Our body tries to cope, and at some point, we are like some overheated machine or something. We might
what would be
decide.
funny is if I got one, they were doing the bag race, and then one of them like got in the bag and did a cartwheel down the hill.
Okay, would that be relevant to being overexcited?
Yeah, everyone would be happy, and then somebody overdid it.
Oh, I guess I meant over deplete yourself, overtire yourself. It's a
Yeah,
long time,
but you can get excited, like not follow the rules of the game where you're supposed to go across the finish line.
Oh, I see. I thought you were hoping somebody would have a meltdown in your story. That's what
I don't know
thought you were-
yet. I think I want to talk about overexcitement.
Okay. Well, so then overexcitement would be probably, and actually like a version of, no, overexcitement can be a stand-in for a lot of words, like filled with rage could be overexcited.
But in the
you-
context of a
you
birthday party,
personally, yeah, you want it to make it where somebody is getting overly exuberant, overly motivated to do that next fun thing, and they go overboard.
yeah, like maybe when they have cake, he could put the cake on his nose.
Yep,
When
some
they
kids
play
would think it's hilarious to do that in front of everybody. That's the truth. Yeah, I mean, and maybe various kids in different states would,
Yeah,
would
and
do it.
when it's time to play the game, they could do cartwheels in their bag,
Yeah,
or they could roll
Yeah.
down the hill in their bag.
yeah, they could do something that's outrageous. I like the idea of using the cake as like, oh, I'm a funny clown. Look at my makeup, and then everybody's like, nope, that's not.
Yeah, look at me. I'm
Yeah,
excited when I eat cake.
Yeah. Well, it turns into look at how funny I am with cake makeup or something. I don't know. That is obviously over the top. Of course, kids seeing it in your book might decide to go and mimic it, which would be more fun anyway.
Hey, it's
But-
in Mexico, what they do when you're eating a birthday cake,
No.
they call it la mordida, and
Mhm.
everyone sings happy birthday, and you get your cake and you blow out your candles, and then they smash your head into the cake.
Oh, kind of a more extreme version of what brides and grooms nowadays do
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Yeah. So that would be fun. And then with the balloons, they could sit on them or something, or
Yeah, do you want the kid to do multiple things? Like, are
Well,
you trying to
usually
get,
the
you say they,
golden,
so I don't know if you're being gender neutral or if you're talking about a bunch of kids getting overexcited.
just one.
Okay,
Just they could, like, if you have 3 things like cake, presents, and games.
okay, okay.
So the game they could do with the
You're getting shorter. I
I should move this down. Is that better?
was figuring the camera could conform to you instead of you conforming to the camera.
They do have them that do that.
Well, mine, see, I can just, it's a laptop, so just go woo, woo, woo.
I had one camera that, like, if you moved around the room, it would follow you kind of thing.
I need to fix it. Okay, there we go.
Anyway,
Oh, that's fun. Let's spend money on that. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so so overexcited. Yeah, I mean, I think, well, see, I'm not a kid, but I love the one where everybody is enjoying their cake and they've had a lot of playtime. And this kid smears cake on his face and like somebody's horrified at it. Is that
Yeah.
what's going to happen? Somebody's going to be everybody's going to be displeased with the kid's idea.
and then we can say, well, we're excited and he's overexcited.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then that would lead to these questions. When is it
I
good
mean,
to, it's good to be excited, but you don't want to
I
go
think
over the
like,
top.
and you could use the illustrations to show them, because to say the words themselves don't sound very dramatic, but it is a very dramatic situation when a kid gets out of hand. So they
Yeah.
might be going, and then when a person tells a kid that oh no, we do not do that, or oh no, we do not like that. If they're already really overexcited, their overexcitement might turn. If like they know they've been disapproved of, they might
Yeah.
suddenly turn into a very like upset kind of excited. I don't know.
Well,
But
and this is why I think birthday parties are really important. All these social interactions that we have in
yeah,
society
yeah,
with kids, with each other, because that's where they learn impulse control.
yeah,
And
we
I
are.
think the formality of the social interaction where there's a set scenario of things you do with kids is important. Now, not
Yeah,
everybody does birthdays.
it's crucial neurologically. There's some things that are going to be a lot more difficult to learn when you grow up than compared to the things and those are the things, a lot of them that you passively learn in group interactions, structured and unstructured.
Yeah.
You imbibing it, and your neuroplasticity is so great at those ages that you are just building a brain and nervous system that does all kinds of tasks for you socially and otherwise because you've been in groups. So
Yeah.
it structures your brain and that kind of thing, like if you were, yeah. So it's
And I think in terms of excitement and all emotions, really, that's why we're doing the I Feel When series for this age group, because it's all about the social structure of how we communicate our feelings within a group.
yeah. The earlier they get a dialogue about this, and the more there starts to be movement toward a curriculum about social emotional learning,
Yeah.
the probably quicker our crime statistics will go down.
Yeah.
And the more productive people will be able to be. And the more sophisticated we can become about providing a society's needs, because we'll be a lot more savvy about how learning. So, it makes for good adults, and it makes for good employees, and it makes for good employers, and it makes for good politicians and police and everything, doctors.
And who would think all of that from a birthday party?
Well, exactly. That's why. Oh,
I'm excited about it.
they're excited.
I'm so excited. Great. Well, I think this is a good place to end
Don't
today.
stop. I don't want to stop. I'm having too much fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, anyway, this has been fun.
Okay. So I'm so excited. I think this is going to be a good place to stop.
All right. I'd like to invite you out after lunch after this
Okay.
meeting we have.
Okay. Bye.
feeling.